Alex Elliott, it's Niall Horan here. I want to know how to hold more putts inside 10 foot. Help.
So Niall, I hear you. You say you want to hold more putts inside 10 feet. You feel like you've done all the hard work getting to that point, but you're really not taking advantage. So I want to talk about a concept which is going to help clear you up and free you up over the golf ball inside 10 feet, and then a drill I want you to stick to help improve your putting going forwards in the future. Because if you don't practice under pressure, it's going to be hard to actually apply that to the golf ball. So hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on Alex Elliott Golf. This video today is from Niall Horan. He's asked, can he have a drill and a concept to hold more putts inside 10 feet? And a really simple way to do this is coming up in this video. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to comment down below. What do you think you're best at in your putting? Are you best at lag putting? Or are you best at holding out? Give me that comment down below and let me know. Let's get straight into today's video and let's start with a concept. So the concept is that I want you to be less perfect when you're putting. Now this might sound crazy to begin with because you might be saying, well, you have to be perfect to hold a putt. Well, you don't. You have to be good at pace. Now, a lot of the time people try to be too perfect lining the golf ball up, too perfect in their stroke, and actually lose what actually the goal of the task is. The goal of the task is to use this putter to put this golf ball in the hole. And I think we actually lose focus of that a lot of the time when we're putting. So the actual concept is going to be how we can get 3 golf balls going in this hole at once. Now, what I mean by this is, I want you now, when you're putting, I want you to imagine you've got an alleyway to put down, which is 3 golf balls wide. And why I say this is that if we get the right pace, and we get the right pace on any putt for a matter of fact, but even on these 10 footers, there's an opportunity for these 3 golf balls to go in the hole all at the same time. So instead of trying to walk that ball down a tightrope when we're inside 10 feet, let's be less perfect, let's put that golf ball down, and let's picture an alleyway of 3 golf balls wide going into the hole, whatever that might be, a right to left putt, a left to right putt, and really getting ourselves into tuning into not being as perfect. Because if we stop being as perfect, we stop being as tense, and we actually free ourselves up to actually hold more putts in the long run anyway. So let's put this theory to the test. I'm going to put a 10-foot putt, an 8-foot putt, and a 5-foot putt. So each distance, all inside that category that you're on about. I'm not going to line him up in terms of lining the golf ball, but I'm going to go through my full routine, and then I'm going to give you a good test that you can do on the practice area to prepare for tournament golf. Let's get into it. So now we're going to get into this drill here, and this is what I want you to do. We're not going to get so perfect. We're going to use no line on the golf ball, and all I want you to be tuned into is picturing the alleyway of 3 golf balls wide going into the hole. Because if we can picture the alleyway, then we're not going to be as perfect, and we don't have to be as perfect. Instead of trying to walk it down the tightrope, we can free up over the golf ball. So I'm going to go through my full routine on these 3. So I get down behind the golf ball, take into account which side is the high side, which side is the low side. And now from this point of view, I've decided, I know I've got to be a little bit up the right wing. I've got my arc pictured in of 3 golf balls wide. Over the golf ball, picture it, hit it, number 1 in. Again, the same routine. I'm going to picture the pace, picture my line of 3 golf balls, my alleyway I'm going to hit it down, over the golf ball, 2 in. Right, let's see if we can get this 3rd one in as well. We know we've got an alleyway to go down. We don't have to be so perfect. A little bit low, but a good chance. So I've got 2 out of 3 there inside 10 feet. Now, I didn't take that much time over them. Yes, I took into account which side's the high side, which side the low side, but I was picturing the alleyway going into the hole from right to left, because it's a right to left putt. Now, if it was a left to right putt, I would picture that going in the opposite way. And all I want you to think about here is that, 1, you don't have to be perfect. 2, let's stop using me and trying to be so perfect over the golf ball. So I guess the crazy thing is, if you're watching this video now, you might be saying, well, Alex, you've given me no instruction here. You've actually given me no actual thought process or actually anything to do with my technique. Well, yeah, exactly. Now, putting is a very, very individual part of the golf. Now, everything is. And I think as long as you can got the ability to start the ball relatively on the same line, but actually, could you tune yourself into pace more, you're going to hold some putts. Because I feel that everybody's trying to make a perfect stroke. They're trying to make a perfect stroke which gets the ball on a perfect line. we don't have to be so perfect. There's so many variables in golf, and I think we lose touch of actually what our task is. Like I said at the start, our task is to put that ball in the hole. And what is the best way possible? Well, best way possible is get the best pace, because then we don't have to be as perfect with line. So if we don't have to be as perfect, we've got 3 golf ball opportunities to hole it. We're going to be a better putter out on the golf course, and actually we're going to hold more putts inside that zone of 10 feet. And if you look at all the guys on tour, why they are so well inside that 10-foot zone, they are lethal. They are very, very, very good at what they do. So now you know the concept of not having to be so perfect, and I've not even changed your technique. Now let's get into a drill that we can do on a weekly basis, or whenever we've got time, to take our game to the next level. And I'm a big believer in practicing under pressure. Now, practicing under pressure means a few different things. I think a lot of the time we do drills where we try and repeat the same motion over and over again, whether that be on a board, whether that be against a rail, whatever that might be. We try and create the same things happening over and over again. Whereas we've seen at the top elite level, as soon as we add in pressure out on the golf course, or out in a football tournament, or out in the cricket, our default comes back in. What we're trying to train loses us sometimes. Now, if we're someone who plays once, twice a week, and we're trying to feel like we get the perfect stroke every time, and we don't actually test it under pressure, how have we proved to ourselves that we can do it? So this is where the final part of this video comes in. We're going to talk about a drill we can do inside 10 feet. I call it the par-birdie challenge, and it's how many under we can get. So we get used to seeing putts go in, whether that be birdie for net birdie, or whether that be actual birdie, or whether it be for par or net par. We start seeing putts going in under pressure, and we start seeing putts going in with this new concept of not being so perfect. So I want you to ditch that rail. I want you to be less perfect, and I want you to imagine those 3 golf balls going into the hole. And if we can control pace more, we're going to be a much better player. So let's finally get into this last part of the video where we start to practice under pressure. So what does this drill include? It includes a 10-foot putt, an 8-foot putt, a 5-foot putt, and a 3-foot putt. So what does this challenge include? Now it includes 4 different putts of different distances. I'm going to start off at the 3-foot putt. Then we're going to go 5, 8 and 10, and it's going to be the par-birdie challenge. So it's going to be par putt, birdie putt, par putt, birdie putt. So we've got an opportunity here to shoot under par, seeing these putts go in. But ultimately, we're going to have a chance on the golf course where if we've messed up a hole a little bit, we need to hold a clutch putt to save par, to keep the momentum going in our round. And sometimes they're more powerful than the birdie ones. So we're going to prove to ourselves under pressure here with 1 golf ball going through a full routine, like on the golf course. We can do this whole new concept. And this whole new concept is not to be so perfect. So remember, all I do is put the golf ball down, no lines in it, read the putt, picture my alleyway of 3 golf balls going into it, and this really starts to free me up. Over the golf ball. So par. Now we're on to the birdie putt. And this is why it's great. Straight away you're tuning into your task. You're tuning to make a birdie, whereas very often on the putting green, you get tuned in to try and make the perfect stroke. And ultimately, you're then too bothered about what the putter head's doing, your attention's in the wrong place, and your attention's got to be on the golf ball here, and your attention's got to be on your pace. Because once your pace is better, you've got more chance to hold some putts. So I know my alleyway's slight at the left half here. Birdie, 1 under. So now back to a par putt. Again, pressure's on. We might have this 8-foot putt on the course that we need to keep our round going. We need to make for par. So it's important that we do realise that we're going to go par putt, birdie putt, par putt, birdie putt, and treat them the same. It's not a putt at the end of the day, but we all know on the golf course, they all mean something slightly different. Okay, I'm seeing an alleyway slightly up the right centre here. We just got on the side of that crest now. Over that golf ball. So there we go, we've got 3 there. I'm still 1 under par, on to the final 1. Can we get it to 2 under par? Now this would be wonderful. This is, again, you can see I'm not stood over it trying to be so perfect. There's too many variables to take into account. I know if I get the pace right, and I keep repeating myself here because I really strongly believe in this, get the pace right, 3 golf balls can go in this hole at once. A little bit of a misread there. Pretty good pace. So I got 3 out of my 4 inside 10 feet. So pretty good conversion rate. It would have been nice to get the last one, I'm not going to lie, but a really good conversion rate. Let's finally summarize this video and let's talk about how we can start taking your game to the next level. Let's summarize today's video. Today's video was a concept, and a concept that helps free you up over the golf ball, and then we followed it up with a drill that puts you under pressure. And anytime we can put yourself under pressure during your practice, it's definitely going to have some benefit out on the golf course, because we all know things break down under pressure. If we're trying to be so perfect on a mat, as soon as we get out on the golf course, we lose that mat, we don't have it, our comfort blanket goes. So if we can start to learn to not be as perfect, start to practice more under pressure, then that's really going to help improve our performance. And ultimately, if we improve our performance, what happens to our scores? They plummet, we hold more putts, we start enjoying our golf more. So there you have it. You have my top concept, my top drill to hold more putts inside that killer 10-foot range. And if you're playing today on Saturday, take it with you. Go and try being not as perfect out on the golf course. Final thing I'm going to do here today, guys, is thank you for watching today's video, and thank you to American Golf for making this opportunity happen. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.